Good morning, beautiful people. So it is 7:20. Dump opened 20 minutes ago. I'm not like gonna be the first person there, but I'm gonna beat out the morning rush. So I actually just crossed my 1 year ago timeline for the picture I posted on the only job that I have ever gotten a 1-star review. So let's talk about it a little bit. So I got a call. This was a year ago. So I was running my dump trailers, only I didn't have the roll-offs. I had 3 total dumpsters, and my 20 yard was booked out for the coming Monday. Okay, so Monday morning, no matter what, I'm grabbing it and I'm dropping it, right? So Friday comes along, it's not rented out, which usually means it's, like a little chance you're going to get a call on that Saturday, but once you get through about halfway through Saturday, it's not going out anymore. I have 2 days included with my price, so pretty much if I ain't dropped it by Saturday morning, either you're going to compromise and take a shorter rental, or I'm not going to drop it for you because I already have it booked out on Monday. So Saturday comes along, I wake up in the morning, it's not rented. About 10 o'clock, maybe 11 o'clock, I got a phone call. Guy said, hey, can you drop off a dumpster? I really got to get one today. I got a crew here. They're, trying to get stuff done. This one's full. The guy's not answering his phone. I need you to get out here and just get me something. I only need it for a few hours. It'll be done by the end of the day. So I said, okay. I could just pick it up at the end of the day. He said, yeah, not a problem. So I went into it not explaining the fact that it was rented out on Monday, but it was because he had told me I could pick it up at the end of the day that I didn't get into it. So it's right down the street. It's literally the downtown to my city. It's a little office building thing. So I hook up, get payment, obviously. I hook up, drive the dumpster over to him, meet the guy, younger, probably mid-30s, says he's the owner of this, little project he's got going on. They do little real estate flips, but this is him investing in commercial property for the first time. I'm really excited. He's not a local to my city, but local to the Tampa Bay area. It's one of those like, hey, I do dumpsters, you do, renovations and commercial flips, and how can we help each other, right? So do a nice introduction. Hey, how you doing? All that kind of stuff. Drop off the dumpster. So he says, go ahead and plan for picking it up in a few hours. I'll text you when we're done, right? So I go home real happy, plugged in another rental real quick on the weekend before it's going to go out again on Monday, which is fantastic. So now I've effectively already got this thing twice rented out in my mind over the next 3 days, which is pretty great. So tonight rolls around. It's Saturday night. I can't dump anyway. So I'm like, I'm not even going to stress it. I'll pick it up on Sunday, or I'll pick it up Monday morning, take it out to the job. So Sunday morning rolls around. I text him. I say, hey, I didn't pick it up last night, but just confirming you guys are all good. He says, hey, I need a few more hours. I got a crew coming there today on Sunday. I need a few more hours. Can you leave it for me? I said, sure. He didn't text me, but it's effectively, he's run through my 2 days at this point, right? Dropped it off on Saturday at 11 a.m. and, maybe it's not 48 hours, but you've gone through 2 days, and effectively you've told me twice now I could have picked it up. So I picked it up Monday morning. I drive from there. The next job was actually in Largo, so it was a solid little 40-minute drive. Drive it down to Largo, take it to the dump. I'm in line at the dump in St. Pete, and I get a text, hey, got a crew coming down, I just need a few more hours with it, blah blah blah. So I texted back and I said, hey, I'm really sorry for the confusion, but I picked it up this morning. It's already on way to the next job. I had it booked out for Monday morning. And, he's not real happy at this point. But basically, in his mind, I owe him now because I've removed the dumpster that he needed, right? So he tells me he thinks I should refund him some money for the rental because he didn't get a full 2-day rental. Because he said, which I didn't actually say, I said up to 2 days, but he said I include 2 full days, and he made it a point to even include full, as if like at 48 hours and 1 minute it was 2 days, but at 47 hours and 59 minutes was too early, right? Which that's not my policy. It's never been my policy. In fact, my policy is if you call and ask for a same day drop, that day is included in your 2 days. Because if you don't need it right now, you can wait until tomorrow morning and get your full 2 days. So at any rate, he tells me he thinks I should discount it. It's not going to happen. We exhaustingly, not really exhaustingly, it wasn't that dramatic at this point, but kind of agree to just go our separate ways, and this kind of sucks. I dumped the bin. Ends up being more than my 1 ton limit. I think it was 2, almost 3 tons, because it was a lot of drywall and there was some cement and stuff like that. So ultimately I ended up getting home. I ran the card. I think it was something in the realm of another $150, give or take. Immediately that receipt goes out, I get a call. What are you doing? Why'd you charge my card? Blah, blah, blah. I said, look, man, my weight limit's my weight limit. Nothing to do with the time. You exceeded the weight, you pay for the weight. I include 1 ton in the rental. Here we are. So that was your bill, no matter what. Now at this point, he's changed his tone. Now it's, if you don't give me my money back, I'm going to, and he started making a bunch of different threats, that kind of thing. I said, I'm not giving you your money back. If you really want to get a dumpster, I will bring you one for $150 and you pay the dump fees above that. So effectively, he's getting a very good discount, basically like half the price of the rental. I am willing to do the work to try to make him happy, but outside of you're angry and I want to make you happy, I'm not obligated to give you anything. We've completed the terms of my contract. As far as my policy goes, we're done. But I, as the business owner, want to make sure you're happy. So 150 is not going to work. Gets off the phone with me, immediately goes to Google, writes a bad review. So I called him up. I said, look, man, I don't know what to tell you, right? I really don't. You told me I could pick it up at the end of the day. You then told me the next day I could pick it up in a few hours. It was already rented out on Monday. I would have told you that on Saturday if you had told me you wanted it for 3 days, effectively, if you needed it until Monday. But you didn't bring it up, so I didn't bring it up, because that's not your business, quite frankly. It's my business. And you told me that it was done on Saturday. So he ain't having it. I told him that if he removed the review, I would drop the dumpster for free. He would just pay the weight, right? This man had the audacity to say that at this point, the trust had been broken and that he didn't believe that I was a trustworthy enough person to allow him to just pay the dump fee. Like he thought I was gonna do some weird, shady type stuff. I've already dropped a dumpster off. I've already hauled his stuff away. I've already dumped it for the agreed upon price and the agreed upon time. He is the one disputing money and telling me that I'm the shady business. So at this point, there's nothing I can do to help him. I said, look, man, all right, if I'm not gonna drop you the dumpster, I'll refund you $50 right now to just take the review down and be on your way, right? Because it's a flat out lie. His review is literally a lie. Google doesn't care. They're just, they want customer feedback, right? But he can say whatever he wants on there, whether it's true or not. In his review, he literally wrote it out as I only had it for less than a day or something along those lines, which is just flat out a lie. It's just literally a flat out a lie. He had it from Saturday at 10 or 11 a.m. to Monday at probably 7:30, 8 a.m., something along those lines. So 46 hours. He had a 2-day rental for 46 hours. Nowhere in my policy do I list an hour time frame for how long you get it, but he was effectively not happy. So I ended up being a bit upset, right? Because no one wants to have their Google My Business get a 1-star review. It's just not a good feeling, especially when other guys in the area have 300 reviews that are all 5 stars, and here you are at 20. I think I was at probably less than 20. I was probably at like 10 at the time, getting a 1-star. So now I think I'm up to almost 30, give or take, 5-star reviews with the one star. So it doesn't honestly look bad. You're a 4.8, 4.9, something along those lines. It honestly makes you look human anyway, which is kind of a benefit if you ask me. 5 stars looks fake. 4.9 stars looks like a or at least that's how I justify it to myself. But at any rate, just realize that just being in business, honestly, you're gonna come across people that suck, right? In life, you're gonna come across people that suck. But now you're gonna come across people that suck and get a little bit of power trip by grabbing you by your cojones, just grab on tight and try to tug on them. Because they usually people are on power trips, so they want to get as much from you as they can, just because they can, right? Like that's just not a normal human emotion, but it's not an abnormal human emotion, right? There's a certain percentage of the population that, quite frankly, are just not good people, and the ability to exert power on other people makes them feel good, right? So when you put yourself in a vulnerable position, those people come out of the woodworks because you don't have the ability to get out of that position. But if you set yourself up for success, right? So at the time it was devastating, right? One star review when you only have 10 reviews is a big deal. But one star review when you have 100 reviews is not a big deal at all, right? So there's gonna be people that just, no matter what you do, suck. It's just as easy as it can get put. But if you don't allow them to dictate how you run things, and you don't allow them to insert their power upon you, then you just let the water flow off the duck's back, move on to the next customer, get that 5-star review from the next person that's happy, because no matter what you do, you can't fix those people, and outrun it, right? It's a good advice financially as well. You want to be smart with your money. You definitely don't want to be wasteful, but along with wasting money comes with wasting time, and a lot of guys will chase saving $20 and miss out on $200 because they were focused on not losing instead of gaining. And you need to have a good, healthy balance of both of those things, right? You don't want to be only focused on gaining while your ship is bleeding, or while your ship's taking on water. But at the same time, you don't want to only focus on the loss. You want to focus on the future, right? You want to keep your eyes on the prize, get more 5-star reviews, get more happy customers, because at the end of the day, you could only do your best, and you can't change the people that are going to get involved in your business. So do everything in your power to always do the right thing, and always help people, and always get the best reviews. But just realize it's not always going to be your fault, and sometimes you just have to take it on the chin. Now I get to kind of just laugh about it. It's funny. Occasionally I'll just go to my Google reviews and just look at it and just go, but what can you do, right? So until the next one, guys, I hope that story helps you out a little bit. Just keep on hustling. Have a good one.